This is question number 12 on the November 2014 non-calculator paper. There are 4 parts to this question, and there are 9 marks altogether, and it's all algebra related. So we're going to take our time, go through it, and make sure that you can get all the marks here. Part A says to factorize this expression, 3e squared plus 5e. Okay, this is a pretty straightforward factorizing. Okay, so if I look at each of the expressions, 3e squared means 3 times e times e. So I'm going to write it as 3e plus 5e. When we factorize, we take out numbers that can go into all the numbers. So 3 and 5, in fact, both of these are prime numbers, so nothing other than 1 could go in them. So we don't take 1 out. Looking at the letters, E, and then there's an E there, so they have an E in common. So I'm going to put my brackets together. If I take an E out, if I take an E out of each term, I'm going to be left with 3e plus 5. So that's going inside the brackets, 3e plus 5. And there's my answer. Okay, so first part, pretty straightforward. Okay, part B. Part B simply says to solve, and it's giving me this expression here. So they want us to work out what the value of k is, and the expression is 7 bracket k minus 3 close bracket is equal to 3k minus 5. So first thing I need to do is to multiply out that bracket. 7 times k is 7k, minus 7 times 3 is 21, is equal to 3k minus 5. If you can't do this, just getting up to this stage here, right, multiplying out the brackets gets you a mark. So make sure you can at least multiply out the brackets. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring all the letters to one side and all the numbers to the other. So I'm going to bring all the letters over to the left, the numbers over to the right. And how am I going to do that? Well, think about this. What letters are already here on the left-hand side? I have 7 lots of k. I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to bring 3k across to this side because it doesn't belong on the numbers side. I'm going to bring it across. That's positive 3k right now, so when it comes across, it's going to be minus 3k. Okay. On the numbers side, I'm going to leave that minus 5 where it is, and I'm going to bring the 21 across, but this 21 is minus 21, so when I bring it across, it's going to become positive 21. Now, I could have written that in front here, or I could leave it there, but as long as I put plus 21, that's fine. So minus 5 plus 21, I need to work that out in a bit. 7k, take away 3k is 4k. Minus 5 plus 21, that's going to be positive 16. Or we could actually do it the other way around. 21, take away 5, that's still 16. Now I need to get rid of the 4 in front of the k. That's 4 times k. So the opposite of timesing by 4 is to divide by 4. So k is equal to 16 divided by 4, which is 4. And that's my answer. Okay, so as I said, a straightforward question, right? 3 marks for it. Make sure you can do it and make sure you can get all the marks in there. You will get questions of this type. Make sure you do understand them. Going on to part C and D. Okay, so let's look at part C. Part C says to expand and simplify. Okay, now this should be a pretty straightforward question for you. You should be familiar with this. We're going to expand the brackets and then they want us to simplify them. Expanding the brackets means I need to multiply all the pairings. So I'm going to do 2x times x. I'm going to use the sort of smiley face technique. 2x times x is 2x squared. At the other end, I'm going to do 3 times 8, which is 24. And when I say the other end, it's going to be at the other end of my answer. 3 times 8 is 24. But that's plus 3 and that's minus 8. Signs are different, so it's going to be minus 24. Okay, should be okay with that so far. Now I need to do the bits in the middle. Plus 3x is what I get when I times plus 3 and x. So plus 3 times x is positive 3x. And when I do 2x times 8, 2x times 8, 2 times 8 is 16, so that's 16x. That's a positive 2x, that's a negative 8, so it's going to be minus 16. Okay, so that's my expand bit. I've picked up a mark just by doing that. Now I need to simplify, and the simplifying is always the x terms in the middle. All right, so I've got 2x squared, only 2x squared terms. There aren't any other x squared terms. Positive 3x, take away 16x. Be careful with this. That's going to be minus 13x. Do think about it. Right, you should be able to do that. And then a number term, I've only got 24 left. So that's what I'm going to put in my answer space. 2x squared minus 13x minus 24. Okay, so there's my answer for part C. Okay, part D is a question which requires me to solve this expression. And it's a bit of a tricky one, right? It looks complicated, but if you understand how to use the balance method, you should be able to do it, and you should be able to get all the marks in there. So what I have here is 7 minus 3f, all of that divided by 4, and that gives me 2. I need to get rid of that 4 first of all. Dividing by 4 is the last thing I do as I read through it. 7 minus 3f divided by 4 gives me 2, so I need to do the opposite of dividing by 4, which is times in by 4. So I'm going to get 7 minus 3f is equal to 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. I've gotten rid of the divide by 4, I've times by 2 by 4, and I've got 8. Now I need to get rid of that 7, because that's on its own there. That is positive 7. To get rid of that 7, I need to take away 7. What's left behind, when I get rid of the 7, what's left behind is minus 3f. So minus 3f is equal to 8 minus 7 is 1. Okay, so far pretty straightforward. Then I need to get rid of the 3. In fact, it's not just 3, but minus 3. So I need to divide by minus 3, because that is timesing the f. So f is going to be equal to, now this is a non-calculator paper. I could leave these answers as fractions, so I could leave it as 1 over minus 3. Okay, that's acceptable. In fact, that's the same as minus 1 over 3. Okay, so even if you wrote 1 divided by minus 3, you'd get that mark, but ideally it's minus 1/3. Okay, make sure you go through this whole question, right, a couple of times. Make sure you understand it, make sure you can do it, make sure you can get full marks in it.